I'll give you the quick recap for what we did today. We determined that XRP is in health with possible resistance. Here we go. In our previous XRP, we have done this months ago. A large parabolic is here. We duplicated this and placed this around July of 2021, which is the top oscillation. That's how we got this number way back earlier in the year at the end of last year. We also knew that flat around $2, and it's been hit multiple times. This is a very popular area for XRP to bounce. And guess where we're at just right now this week? Along the same curvature. It's around 341. Today it's actually 343. So if we move that curvature very close, we can actually see it's closer to 344. I should say 344. We're just stopped right there. It's a top for XRP, but because we already hit there before in the past, I'm actually now looking to hit the wick side. Now that wick side is based on this upper area right here. Now that's going to be the extra range which we have to play. Now this is usually the case if we have a lot of spikes underneath the curvature. We don't have a lot, so there's not so much more incentive right now to go up to those areas. Right now, probably looking that this is a top, but it isn't a healthy area. Let me show you the other health that may be on this. So I do have some concerns along this area, but I'll show you some other positive things. Of the XRP, we have this oscillation, price playing here and here. And when we duplicate the oscillation, it does match that wick side. So it does give us some incentive to drive up to $4.50 to $4.40. If I'm answering the question about what I think XRP is doing, I think it has potential to go up right now to the 440s, 451, 440 area, okay? So this area, this close right here above the star area, there's a little star back there, you can't see it, isn't a close of health. So this is a good area. If we do get pullbacks, we're looking at 298, 291. Okay, here's another look at XRP, 450, because they overlap these areas. Okay, this is where the next health comes in, and this is where the next resistance comes in, and in this area. But we need to crack 340. We're probably going to crack it. We're already pressing through. I wouldn't be surprised if we crack it. Okay, again, that the oscillation duplicated, placed on top, gives me 440 something, 447, 427, that range. And if I had to pick one where they overlap, I'm going to say they overlap around the 440 range. Okay, so if you're being conservative, I'd probably be around 440. Okay, all right. 441 is what I put here. XRP is a foundational area that's curved like this, which means the major weakness may not appear before until $2.70. That gives us a nice foundational curve by which we can look for a pullback for XRP, and that's going to be very interesting to watch. Now, putting it all together, we have XRP breaking above this parabolic on this side, showing in green, and we have safety nets around 262, 258, and then I changed the color right now from this previous parabolic in yellow. I changed it to this pink color right here, and it goes along this curvature, so it gives us plenty of safety nets. So I'm not looking for XRP to crash big anytime soon. It got lots of safety nets. It's got the parabolic this way, it's got the parabolic that way, it's got the flat here. There's a lot of safety nets in this grouping, so we're overall, even if we do get a pullback, I'm still going to be relative bullish XRP. Does everybody understand that? Even if I get a pullback, I'm looking to be relatively bullish XRP. Okay. All right, so these are going to be some of the images that we're looking at. We did target system, and on target system, when we overlap the targets, these two areas overlapped. They're going to be around the flat parabolic that was shown here, okay, in white. Okay, this white parabolic shown right there with green highlight. Okay, this 260 area, there's a parabolic, a target that overlaps this area right on the bottom. So we'd be looking for maybe price to come down, wick down here. And then we also had a target that's closer to the blue flat. So if we do pull back, I would be looking to pull back on average around 314, 308, and maybe spike down into the 290s. Okay, so that's how I might look for structure there with very short moves there, and then a move back up. So if we do pull back, it's not a severe pullback. Okay, there's safety nets and targets that are going to help hold up price, most likely. Okay, so that's going to be the scenario. And then in either case, we started slicing up in this trend. We slice to show you where the health is. And again, this is a health, but we also did the micro VSA analysis. And we can see that from points 1, 2, 3, and 4, the supply is being absorbed, which means that even if there's professional buying, they have to pull up the supply. They have to drink most of the supply. And it looks like they brought a lot of the supply out. So that's really good. That means that higher prices are more likely. Okay, that's what that means. That means if all the data I had, it's more likely to have higher prices. And this is also what we've talked about. And I think about a month or two ago, when we were back here, 1, 2, and 3, we've talked about the support being at $2 here. We looked at the support $2 here for months. We knew that $2 support when we were still very much down below. Okay, was it this one? No, not that low. Yeah, I need that larger picture. Okay, and I'll just pull it up. Okay, USD. Okay. Okay. We've had this support since we were really far down. You guys know from our community, our previous videos. If you're watching this clip on YouTube, remember you can get a hold of us at patreon.com/JSong_7. Link is in the description. If you got particular questions, go ahead and shoot me an email, and I'll do my best to get a hold of you guys. Tomorrow we'll be back at WordRoom, by the way, at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our WordRoom. We don't always put out public content for cryptocurrencies like XRP or anything, but this is where we do on our live sessions. You'll get invites to all of our links Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Now, with that said, let's show USDT.D, the pictures for USDT.D. This chart tells us when cryptos are going up, and this tells us when cryptos are more likely to go down. When this goes down, cryptos go up, and when this goes up, cryptos come down. As it is, we're hunting this. We're hunting the up moves, so we know that big weaknesses came into this, and it's letting us know that we're still in this trend with lots of room to fall. Now, when this falls, cryptos still have a chance to really move up. So that's our conclusion we made today, is that USDT.D is in a place of weakness. So we're looking for cryptos to continue falling, and we have lots of areas and evidence. I had a big dream that we're down here. I had that dream months and months ago, so you guys know I'm looking for that time where I'm underneath the pink line. I've been advocating for this pink line for a long time, showing you guys this pink line. Even when we were really high, I talked to you guys that saying we're gonna bounce out of here, because I saw it in a vision that we bounce out here like this. So I saw we bounce here. So that means there's two possible moves. There's a move that comes down into this area, and I think on average they're around 351. That's where the target is and where the swing target is. We already hit my target many times in the past, but now we're on our way again, and I think this time we're going to hit the swing target, which is 351 high side, and the low side is going to be somewhere around 330. So on average they're around 350. So they come together about right there. So that's where I'm going to be thinking to get to next. So that means there's room to grow. But before we do that, there's also a flat, and a flat somewhere around 384. So currently we are here, and I wrote this down. You are here. All right. So this entered weakness right there. It entered weakness here as well this week. We've already bounced on the underside of this resistance, so that's another sign of weakness. So this means more likely we're going to come down. So I'm looking for this to come down. I'm looking for your cryptos to move up. Understand? All right, great. You got it. We're going to be looking for a bounce because I saw it in a vision here. I'm also going to be looking for a bounce about this curve. So that means I'm going to be looking for a parabolic shape and prophetically, okay? And I'm also going to be looking for the bounce just here because that's where the bounces should be. But I saw it in a vision. We bounce out like this, and then I also saw later on in another vision or another dream we were down here. I had a dream we were down here, and I think that's where the big crash is going to happen. So if Bitcoin is pushing 130 around here, I think Bitcoin is going to be around 150, 140, closer to maybe 200, maybe higher numbers. By the time we get down here, it could be closer to 1 million before clearing, because it just keeps getting bigger and bigger like a snowball. So I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin's a really high number, like a crazy high number, maybe even hundreds of thousands, like more than hundreds of thousands, already 130. Again, maybe here, if just this distance from here to here is going from 98 to 130, we're going to be looking at 200, maybe 250, 300, 400, 500,000. We're going to need to check, but I'm using this as the clock to see when it's time to get out. All right. Okay. Now here's some other things, just some flats 490 based on this oscillation here. We're going to be paying attention to 490. That's going to be somewhere. Wait, which one is this one? Oh, this is a new chart. This is a new chart, USDT.D plus USDC.D. These are the dominances. So they tell us when people are more conservative in the markets and getting out of their positions. And on this chart, I would probably be looking for this to clear a very large area down to 4.9%. So this is a combination of the two charts. We were told this superfood was watching a YouTuber and he was adding the charts together. I'm like, I didn't even know you could do that. So I immediately did it, and this is just something I caught. So I'm going going to be looking for this to come down based on the flat oscillation. So a lot of room for growth in cryptos. All right. Now we're going to be looking at Bitcoin's dominance. When this chart goes down, the cryptos come up. We talked about this, and I said that Bitcoin's dominance, to read this, is going to be weakness. Okay, so this chart, when it's weak, you're bullish altcoins. So we want this chart to come down if you want altcoins to go up. Got it? All right. This chart, we saw some weakness here. We saw some weakness here. From our previous event line, we were looking for a bounce along this angle. This is our event line. It's very messy with this dominance chart. It looks a lot like the stock market. But we also saw some new things. We saw the new parabolic curvature coming. So when we saw this curvature, we're looking right here at a space of weakness. Okay, so weakness. Now when we take this line and we are looking at it overall, not just from December, but also over the past few years, we also still have another parabolic that is forming. So we not just have the smaller parabolic right there that we were just looking at, which is this one, and seeing that there's weakness, but we also have a larger chart. So this is going to tell us that there's weakness, but there's also health, which means that this altcoin season won't last forever. It's going to be great to know where it's probably going to end. And it's probably going to end somewhere along where this parabolic area comes in. Then we did it a little bit more professionally, and we saw that yes, there's still weakness on here, and it looks like the magic number is going to be 58.08. So that's going to be the real important area. This is probably going to be where you want to take some profits on altcoins. This is probably where you're going to see Bitcoin come back into dominance. I'm not saying Bitcoin's going down right now. I'm just saying it loses its dominance, okay? When this chart goes down, it means people are putting more money into altcoins, okay? And altcoins have a bigger percentage of the market cap. Not that Bitcoin's going down per se, but it loses the market cap, okay? It loses who's in charge here. And right now, it's not in charge. You understand? So it looks like it's altcoin, what some people call altcoin season, until about 58%. So pay attention to this chart. The chart is called BTC.D. All right, got it? Now, we also have resistance somewhere around 71.3 cents based on DP projection. And I said this here today, dominance has appeared to be broken, giving this gives altcoins a fighting chance. So this is why we have, and this is where I'm basically left with, showing you where the health is. Take a screenshot if you want to, okay? And I hope it helps you guys have a good idea of what's happening in the market. Previously, we were understanding, this is what I wrote February 17th, there are strong reasons to expect BTC to move higher. This includes 2 moves into health and a shakeout into health where there should have been resistance. This is a continuation type of indication. If all you did was master those 3 charts, USDT.D and BTC.D and maybe XRP or Bitcoin, if you just mastered these 3 charts or understand a lot, you're going to understand a lot what's happening in the markets. Those 2, we want them to go down for bullish cryptos to be bullish. And then your crypto that you're trading, you want it to have a move into health with territory to grow. We looked at XLM, it moved in, it hit its target. It's great. It's moving really fast. You know what really hasn't yet? XDC. It just moved into health. We talked about it in today's video, and you guys can see it on our website. That's private. And thank you once again. We'll be back tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for WordRoom, and we'll have our special Sunday service WordRoom, and we'll be back on Monday. You'll get the links 10 minutes before each session. I sure do love you guys. I'm looking forward to the conference that's upcoming, and we'll give you more information about the dates. It looks like it's around October, around the end of October. That's the dates we're working on right now. God bless you, and I'll be right back to answer any final questions. Have a great day.